Hola, buenas tardes, noches. Yo soy Patricia Ramos. Mi nombre completo es Patricia Margarita Ramos Valencia. Y bueno, estoy certificándome como coach ontológico. El coaching me encantó desde que me invitaron a un entrenamiento de coaching transformacional y yo vi los resultados en mi vida. Y dentro del mismo proceso de coaching transformacional, pues está el dar contribución. En el tercer nivel, son 3 niveles de coaching. El primero es ver qué es lo que no está funcionando en mi vida para poder lograr desarrollarme como persona en todos los ámbitos. El segundo nivel es trabajar con emociones, y esas emociones, pues bueno, a veces están arraigadas desde nuestra niñez. Entonces sí es importante manejar ese desarrollo personal, quitando o haciendo a un lado esas emociones que no están permitiendo que yo me desarrolle. Y ya en el tercer nivel voy con una carta de metas para hacer logros personales y también a la comunidad. Ahí fue donde me encontré con la mayor parte de cómo contribuir a mi comunidad y con mis compañeros. Hicimos muchísimas actividades. Nos tocó vivir el 6 de enero, entonces vendimos globos, vendimos juguetes, recolectábamos juguetes entre nuestras amistades y ropita en buen estado para los niños, hacíamos paquetitos, los fuimos a dejar a la comunidad de San Jerónimo Manalco, que esa fue la comunidad que nosotros elegimos como meta comunitaria. Hay quienes eligen un asilo de ancianos o también eligen una casa hogar o eligen alguna institución de apoyo social y de esa manera comencé a contribuir. Y pues bueno, una vez que recibí los milagros, que es la contribución, pues bueno, me he quedado ahí y sigo contribuyendo. Acabo de hacer un entrenamiento como risoterapeuta o médico de la risa. Y bueno, también es ir a contribuir a los hospitales donde hay niños con enfermedades terminales como el cáncer. Y bueno, en ese momento a lo mejor el hecho de ver una nariz roja, que es el corazón del risoterapeuta, les da a ellos cierta emoción y cambia el día triste o gris que tienen pues de manera diaria. Entonces, pues esa es la parte que a mí me ha encantado, contribuir con la sociedad, con mi comunidad, y pues hasta donde sea posible voy a continuar con esta labor.
The reason why we chose Patty, the person that we chose as our first building, was because I have known her since I was a little, and through all these years I have seen her done actions that contribute to our community, and she's a person that really inspires me a lot, and one day I hope to be like her.
So the Space Builder has an impact in our community not only by intervening directly in social labor, but also as an inspiration for other people to participate in institutions that are in charge of this, and also to show that it's actually not that difficult or boring to do.
The issue that I chose to address was the problems that affect the development of teenagers.
I decided to help with this issue by joining a coaching group called Aura Coaching. When I was younger, I experienced some trouble too, and being heard helped me moving on. Now that I've worked out all my problems, I want to change sides. I want to be the one that hears and motivates teenagers that, as me, have some troubles in their lives.
Philanthropy, I believe that this is peace building, because when you let someone express themselves and you hear their problems, you're giving them a chance to trust you and to have a wiser perspective and to make a better choice in the decisions that they have. For example, a teenager that has some issues at home, the easier way out will be to recur to drugs and alcohol. But if you hear his problems and you let him express himself, he will think twice before going to drugs. But it's peace building because you let the guy think what's going on and express himself, and in the future he will make wiser choices in his personal and professional life, and this will contribute to his personality in a positive way and not in a negative way as drugs and alcohol would do. I think it's important because we all have some trouble and we all need to be heard. If we give someone the opportunity to be heard, this person will have a wiser perspective and a clearer perspective between taking a decision and another. And by this, we let these people know that we will always have them back and that they can trust and count on us. And well, these make us feel confident and make us have the courage and all the guts to face our future problems. I think that yes, we can transform our country and even the world. Most of our personal issues affect us in our professional and social life, and sometimes we think that our problems only affect us, but in reality it affects everyone that surrounds us. Our professional decisions are based on who we are, and in the adolescence where we define what we really want and who we are, it's really crucial to let go of all our problems and face what is coming with a smile and with positiveness.
So, how am I going to become a peace builder? So the topic that we're working on is coaching. By this, it means giving some help to people that have certain problems or issues due to their situation or emotions. I have seen, and more oftenly these days, that the study problems place students into a lot of stress, and emotionally it can really burn out someone. I believe that most of this stress is unnecessary, and it is an obstacle for learning. So what I have decided to do is help people with the school problems. With this, I mean give academic help in certain areas I am good giving by forming study groups. To give some background, by gathering people from 4 to 5 members, for example, the ambience for studying and memorizing is better than a one-to-one session with a teacher. Also, I have done these study groups before with some friends and it has worked really well. So the plan is the next one: gathering two people that are confident in their skills in a certain area, then placing a reunion place inside the installations of the campus, that there are plenty in the afternoon, and by helping other 3 people that have troubles from our semester or semester below us, we will be contributing to less stress from the beginning for a more efficient study. I want to clarify, this is not only an extra class. Given by students. This is more like an organized rain of ideas where students that are being helped can contribute and clarify their doubts by taking out the variable of shyness, for example. Also, by giving more and more of these study sessions, the people that are already confident in their abilities, they can be even better, making the knowledge gaining reciprocal. In my case, I would like to help with subjects like chemistry, health and society, and biology. I already know people that are willing to help in this initiative. So this is not philanthropy, because this is making students sufficient by themselves, helping them develop and showing them that studying is not synonym of suffering. So this is important for us, for our community. It's important to use our abilities to help others and not keeping in trouble ourselves. Most of all of us have gone through these situations that we have a lot of stress while we are studying. But we are going to help future generations to not pass the same things as us. This is a lesson for when we work in a business that needs workers or employees with better working conditions, for a hospital that needs workers with a little more rest, and for many other cases where we, the leaders of tomorrow, need to use our intelligence and our abilities that we learned here as a school project to make our community a better place.